Well, hello, Kimonites. Welcome to the Daily Log. I believe this is edition number. I believe this is like episode 45 overall, and I think like the 30. Um, no, I think it's the 46th episode overall, and I think it's like episode like 36, 37. I've lost count. So, well, everybody, welcome back to not Thursday, Saturday. Here on the many few hours later after I recorded my other one. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the videos. As you guys can see, I got a nice clean cut. I did that today because it was starting to get a little long in the back. So today I was expecting. So two events are happening right now: the Nurburbring 24-hour and the in the pole day qualifying for Indianapolis. The Surprisingly, I thought the Nurburbring was going to be a rain fest. If you guys were paying attention, the rain fest happened at Indy. So Indy qualifying got rained out today. They were supposed to have a practice in the morning yesterday, and the qualifying attempts tomorrow will be done tomorrow so they'll have a practice from like I think 9 or 10 o'clock till about 9:30 till about 11, and then they'll get the cars suited up, ready to go, and then they'll go back out and then they will get the cars ready for qualifying for to set the grid and stuff like that. Because of this, they only get one attempt, so the teams have to make it count, and um, make it count. So they can't have um, any problems. They won't have last chance qualifying because all 33 cars um, will be in the field. It's been a relatively, knock on wood, it's been a relatively safe month of May. Not too many people have hit the wall because I think people have been managing their speeds and stuff like that, and I think people have finally got a handle on the hybrid system. So to iterate, the fastest speed of the month um, was done by Felix Rosenquist yesterday, Fast Friday, at a 2:33.352. They didn't get to qualify today because of the rain. They had a rain delay and they didn't get around to it. So they're gonna skip the top 15, the top 10 to 15. They're just gonna set the grid. Basically, they're gonna do it like they would back in the old days, which is great. Gonna add a little bit more drama. I don't think the speeds are gonna be up as high as they were. Um, are gonna be up as high as they were the day before because I think it's gonna be a little bit muggier and sunnier. So, but when they go for the fast six, um, which is going to be 4 to 7 tomorrow, 4 to 7:30 tomorrow. Um, things may cool down a little for them at the speedway. We may see speeds approaching 233 or 234 to this year. I don't think we're going to see speeds reach 235, 236 this year because with the amount of rain and how green the track is and how not so rubbered in it is, I think it's going to be very green and they're going to rubber it in for 2-3 hours and then they're 2-3 hours and then eventually they're going to just they're gonna get a practice in from like 10 to from like 9 to like 10 to like 9 to 11, 11:30, and then 12 on. They're gonna do qualifying attempts, and then right after that they're gonna do because they're kind of scrunched. They don't have the speeds um, all set. So the Nurburbring 24-hour on the other. So I'm looking forward to pull day tomorrow, and us setting the grid at about 7 o'clock, and then waiting a whole week, and then waiting 7 days, and then the race happening. So, and I hear it's supposed to be wet on race day, but hopefully the weather changes and it ships out. So we'll see how that goes. The Nurburbring 24-hour, I started watching at about 11. I started watching at about 10:30 this morning. Then I had to go to the bank and take a walk around town so I could get some exercise. I really didn't start watching it till a couple hours ago. I've watched it for about maybe 3 hours, maybe 4 hours, and I'll watch the morning hours as soon as I'm done with this vlog. So as soon as my phone is done charging, I will hook up my headset and I will do so, and I have to go to bed. So I didn't even do anything today, so I felt sleepy today, which is good. I felt relaxed, which is amazing. So I guess the top five have been pretty well established. I think it's you know how I told you guys. Well, I'm about to get to that in a minute. Told you guys there was a BMW M3 Touring N24. It's a special GT3 spec race car that's being driven by Carter DeFilippi, who's a BMW guy over here in the U.S. He drives for Paul Miller Racing, one of the Paul Miller Racing cars. Neil Verhagen, who drives BMWs as well, and then I forget the other guy. Also drives. It'll come to me, but it probably won't. But so the top five cars. So we've had some pretty interesting incidents. I saw them cover a pretty nasty crash with with one of the Mustangs crashed out. I think the number 64 Mustang on the field crashed out, and it was a pretty big accident too. Like the whole front end was ripped off. I thought the gnarly crash with the kangaroo at the 12 hours of Bathurst was wild. This one was just wild. The Mante, the 911 Mante Grello Porsche also crashed out with rear end damage. It's hit the barriers and it broke its radiator and some rear end damage. They were unable to. Jimmy Broadbent actually was driving Jimmy Broadbent is a YouTube guy who is a very well done iRacing, sim racing guy who does real world motorsport, and he was driving a Mercedes GT3, but the car crashed out, I heard. So the top three cars are two Mercedes, an Aston Martin, a BMW M4 GT3 Evo, and the BMW M3 Touring N24. Yes, you are hearing me correct. In the top five, we have a station wagon. We have a German station. We have a German station wagon, highly modified German station wagon in the top five. So yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know if they've been in the top three. They've been in the top two, top three. I don't know if they're going to win this is gonna be one of those one-off cars. If it ends up winning, it's gonna be. So originally the N24 BMW M3 Touring was an April Fool's joke way back in April, of course, and last month, and beginning of last month, and no one thought it was. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's not going to happen." And then one guy with a bunch of sponsors came together and they built the car. It was actually pretty funny. It's funny how an April Fool's joke actually became very true. I think it's the first time an April Fool's joke has ever come true. But they've done about 80 plus laps, so it'll be interesting. I will do pole day qualifying as it happens tomorrow. It'll be very interesting to see who gets pole. I don't know who's going to really get it. It might be Connor Daly. It might be one of the Penske's who I don't want to get pole. It might be Alex Palou. It might be Kirkwood. It might be, who knows. I don't know who's going to do it, but I'm hoping somebody new gets. I don't care who gets the pole. It's just who. The race is pretty heavy and there's a lot of attrition, so I don't know what's going to happen. So, I did toy around with my capture card earlier today. I'm going to toy around a little bit with it tomorrow night. Tomorrow night after pole day qualifying and all that other good stuff. Before I go to bed tomorrow. So I did do that. I got the setup and stuff like that. So I figured out a couple things. I haven't introduced my mic yet, so that'll have to wait. But I can't. But I downloaded the data for Forza Horizon, and such. Another game I also did downloaded. It was 14 gigabytes and it's good. I had the ROM. Subnautica 2 has just come out. It's early access, and it's one of those games that that usually starts out on PC and then eventually. I think a lot of people on console wanted this to be out. So, I did some exploring from the Life Pod, and I actually ended up I did explore mode because I don't want to really go into extreme mode. So I found one of the I found one of the I found this giant clam in the middle of nowhere. It's called the Big Jaw. It's called the Big Jaw Leviathan, and it's not a Leviathan that will eat you up, kill you, or stick you with its little things and stuff like that. I know there's one that looks like an octopus that will actually wrap around you and feed you into its mouth. This thing that looks like a kraken, and it's weird. So, but I did find the big jaw Leviathan in the exploration mode, and I think it's the first Leviathan I've discovered in the game. So, I hear in the survival mode when you go up to it, you can actually die. I died a couple of times in the original Subnautica, but I'm doing survival. But I'm doing tour mode so I can get a lay of the land and do whatever. So it's sort of Minecraft, but in it's Subnautica is Minecraft. Subnautica 2, the Subnautica series is basically Minecraft, but with water. You're in a big alien planet, crash landed on some alien planet. So I might do gameplay with that as it comes through access, but I'm gonna Forza Horizon 6 when it drops on Tuesday. I might record content Tuesday night, and I might release it I don't know, Wednesday night, when early Wednesday night, or yeah, I might record it. I don't know if I'm gonna record it live. Um, record a live stream. I might. Who knows? I haven't decided yet. I still have to toy with the capture card and stuff like that. But once I got a solid fix, um, and again, I might toy with it on Monday. So toy with the capture card on Monday, so I can get a better lock on. So I might spend a couple hours doing that when I get back home from work. Because all I'm gonna do is take a shower, eat and relax up here with the game and pay my bills and all that other stuff. Um, so yeah, that's my game plan for this week. Sorry, no Pokemon. I may record an episode tomorrow and upload it. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Peace out. I'm hoping the weather cooperates for poll day tomorrow. I'll tell you guys how the Nurburbring 24-hour that ends at about 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So 9 o'clock tomorrow. So I'll tell you if plus Max Verstappen is in it with a is in it because of F1's little hiatus, because the Monaco Grand Prix is not going to be for a while. Not going to be till, like, I think it's next week. Yeah, I think it's next week. And then so I think if Max Verstappen is driving a Mercedes. I know it's weird. He's driving a Ford powered F1 car that's not doing all so great. And he's driving a Mercedes, which is kind of, one of the top cars in GT3 racing. It's a force to be reckoned with. It's won a few times in IMSA with when we're racing. When we're racing is actually over there. So there's one of the other team cars, and then I think there's a number 30 car, number 31 car, and then there's a 3, which is Max Verstappen. So I'll tell you if Max. So I'll tell you if Max. So I'll tell you if Max B wins, and I'll tell you what happens to that tour. Knock on wood, they stay in the top 5. And maybe they'll win. Maybe it'll be an April Fool's joke come true, and maybe they'll win. But who knows? But I will see you guys later. I'm gonna upload this as soon as I'm done with this, and I will see you guys in the next one tomorrow sometime in the evening. I'll tell you guys about qualifying. I'll tell you guys about I may update you. I may do. I may actually record qualifying as it's happening at 4 o'clock, and we'll see who does what. So I will, and I have the ability to pause and record and this stuff. So I will do whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna do a bit of a time lapsey thing tomorrow. So, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you guys later. Again, knock on wood for Max Verstappen and the M3 Touring N24. See you guys later. Peace out.